Welcome back to Sportswire Island. Joining me, starting quarterback for the Varna Blue Devils, Bobby Dunn. And what a season the Blue Devils had under Dunn's leadership at the quarterback position. First and foremost, Bobby, how are you? How's the family doing?
I'm doing good. They're doing well. Not letting the virus take over things. So, yeah, we're overcoming those things.
Yeah, gotcha. Let's go back to last season, though. How nervous were you about finally playing as starting quarterback? Because you went through a lot before you could even take the reins, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was a process. I had to learn quarterback over the summer. So it wasn't something that I was trained to do.
And it was something that you overcame 2 injuries before you got the starting position. Then you were wide receiver, and then you moved on to quarterback. What was that transition like?
It was difficult, dealing with a new team, new coaching, new offense. So, yeah, I was adjusting to that every day.
And you'll be dealing with a new coach once again, and I'll get to that a little bit later. But, man, it didn't seem like you skipped a beat because you came out firing first game against Manchester. Let me see. 262 yards, 2 touchdown passes, ran for 2 more. Is that when you knew, hey, this quarterback thing's kind of easy?
Yeah, it woke me up. I was surprised myself.
When you look back at the game tape from that, were there things that you still could learn?
Yes, absolutely. That was my first game ever playing quarterback.
Right, and against a heck of a good football team. You weren't playing the Sisters of the Poor there.
Yeah.
Well, let's go on. Later in the year, you did lose that game in overtime. Later on, you lost to Highland Springs to end the regular season, but I understand you had a little extra motivation going into that game against them in the rematch in the playoffs. Am I right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Tell me a little bit about that.
The first game caught me off guard. I never played a defense like that through the whole year. They surprised me. I was going through stuff that week, dealing with a loss. So I don't use that as an excuse, but it is what it is. And then the second time, I just let it all out.
Grandfather passed away. How heavy was that in your mind as you were preparing for the rematch?
It impacted me a lot. I wasn't really focused in practice. I missed like a day or two. So that was just a long week for me.
But you came out firing. I mean, Berry Hill was kind of the star of the game defensively, but offensively, you did your part as well, finally breaking that Springer streak. Just tell me, how big was that for you and your teammates when you realized, oh my gosh, we just did this?
It was just a regular game to me. I didn't look at them as the state championships or whatever. I just played them. I grew up. Oh, I ain't gonna say I grew up. I played with and against half of them players on that team, so it was just another game to me.
Gotcha. And then you got revenge against Manchester too the following week, going back from the first game of the season. Looking back, man, that gave you a regional championship, Varna regional champs. What went through your mind?
That wasn't really my goal for the year. I was, as everybody go to the state championship, I wasn't happy as everybody else was. So yeah, I was trying to achieve something better.
And you nearly did, all the way into the state semifinals, falling just short. But you've got a future still with new coach Marcus Lewis taking over now for the Blue Devils. Let me ask you this. What are you going to miss about Stu, and what are you looking forward to or already love about Marcus?
I knew Marcus when I was younger, when I first came here, he was always that coach, like, you're not my friend, you're going to work, no excuses, he's going to put you to work.
And anything you're going to miss about Stu Brown yelling at you at the sidelines?
Yeah, every game.
What are you looking forward to the most next season? Because you kind of put yourself out there on full display, and I have a feeling next year a lot of colleges are going to they already have their eyeballs on you at this point.
Yeah, they do. They're still playing with me, but you know how the recruiting process goes.
There you go. Anything you want to work on for next year to make yourself better? Is there any one particular area when you look back, you're like, I could do this better or that?
Throughout every game, I was learning something new. Like, I still wasn't able to notice coverages and stuff like that. And my feet work was a little sloppy, as you can tell through the film if you really paid attention. So, yeah, I wish I would have worked on that a lot more than what I should have.
It was hard for me to pay attention to your feet unless you were running for touchdowns because I was following the football, so I
Yeah,
was following your arm.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah. Like a quarterback coach and a quarterback person. Yeah, it's not. It's all about mechanics and stuff.
got you. Makes sense. Yeah, it's always about mechanics and arm, but you got the arm strength down. I know
Yeah,
that much.
mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah.
final question. I ask this to everybody. During this quarantine and social distancing, number one, how are you staying in football shape? And what's been positive about being mostly like isolated, since we tend to focus sometimes just on the negative part of this?
Oh, you get to recover a lot. Do a lot of research about yourself. You get to see where you at as a person, like without your phone or getting able to go this and there. Able to work and see how that goes.
There you go. What are you looking forward to the most? Well, I'll end with this. What are you looking forward to the most come fall?
Um, Money.
Money.
Yeah, the stock market is messing up. So it's,
Yeah, it is. It is. But you know what? Some wise people once told me, though, that try not to focus on the here and now when it comes to the stock market, because it's an overall long-term game we're playing. It's a marathon, not
yeah,
a
yeah,
sprint.
yeah, yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, stuff bounces back. I'm not too worried about the market,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm more concerned about people's health, and I can't wait to see you guys back on the football field again too, because
Yeah.
that'll be back to normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Hopefully the school year don't be canceled.
I know it. I know it. I know it. It's canceled, but hopefully this fall things will be back to the way they were. And even though things are crazy right now, it's kind of cool to reminisce on the season that you guys had, because it was absolutely phenomenal. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate you, absolutely, Bobby Dunn, for joining me on this another edition of Sportswire Island. You stay safe, man.
You too.
All right, thanks, brother.